So I'm here in Australia and it is the solstice around now, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about my new course, online course starting on 31st of January, which is Learn to Read Sanskrit. So you will learn to read this: Atha Yoganushasanam Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodha, which are 2 lines from the Yoga Sutras, which are a definition of what yoga is. So the really exciting thing about learning to read Sanskrit is that it is really easy, because once you've learned how to write a letter such as this, or read a letter, which is ka, every single time you ever see this letter, it will be pronounced ka, which is not the same in English. When we learn the letter C, sometimes it's pronounced ka, sometimes it's pronounced cha, depending on the context. So in Sanskrit, once you've learnt the sounds, they never change, and the letter which you learn to correspond to that sound always corresponds to that sound. So there are 5 points of articulation in the Sanskrit language, and each point of articulation refers to one of the 5 different elements, to earth, water, fire, wind and space. So the domain of this language is very much in the domain of spiritual involvement and spiritual illumination. So if we're wanting to connect with the full capacity that this language has, it's really important that we know where in the mouth the sound is supposed to be articulated so we can experience the full effect of the language. So we will be starting each session with a call and response chant from some of the major yoga texts, from the Yoga Sutras, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the Upanishads, and so you can really feel this language in your body. We'll be doing this call and response, and then we'll be going into learning how to read and write the letters, and at the end there'll be space for question and answers, all via Zoom. And if you can't make the live sessions, which will be on Thursday evening 7 till 9 GMT time, I've got many people joining who will be catching up afterwards, because the videos will be available to download afterwards, and you can send any questions that you have to me via email in between. A lot of people have asked me how much commitment the course is going to have in terms of homework. So it's really not that much commitment. You've got 2 weeks between each session, and in April there's only 1 session. And there'll be some homework which will take between half an hour and an hour, depending how slowly you want to go into it, which will just be letter practice, practicing how to write letters. And so, there's no essays or taxing thinking brain kind of mechanism. I'll also be sending you recordings of the chants, so you can really feel into the sounds of the Sanskrit language afterwards. Again, if you're a teacher, this will be great, because it's something you can really incorporate into your classes. And it's really fun to be able to go from looking at this and thinking, oh my gosh, that just looks like complete gobbledygook, to it slowly starting to take form in front of your eyes, and like, wow, I can actually read this. So it's going to be great. I've taught this course many times before and people have always got a lot out of it. So I'm really going to look forward to teaching this in the new year. Bye for now.